Update. Am I the asshole for not wanting to go to work all day and then come home and do my wife's job? Things finally came to a head after my last update. I decided I couldn't keep going the way we were, so I sat Abigail down for a serious conversation. I laid out some clear, simple expectations for both of us. I told her that I needed her to start making a meal for the kids, even if it's something easy like sandwiches or dino nuggets, to handle the laundry on weekdays and to pick up behind herself and the kids during the day. I wasn't asking for anything unreasonable, just a basic contribution to the household that matched her being at home full-time. I also asked her if she had any expectations for me, or if there were areas where she felt I could make changes. Instead of having a constructive conversation, she blew up at me. She yelled that she expected me to go FK myself, find a new wife, and get out of her house. I was stunned, but at that moment I realized this was her final answer. So I packed a bag and left. It didn't seem to hit her until a few days later when the rent was due. Suddenly she was calling me, crying and panicked. She didn't have an income, no job prospects, and now no one to pay the bills. I guess she thought I'd take her outburst, swallow my pride, and keep footing the bill. But at this point I'm done feeling unsupported, lonely even when she's in the same room and constantly overworked. Divorce would suck, but it would be better than this constant cycle of disrespect and imbalance. Abigail couldn't afford our apartment on her own, so she packed up the kids and went to stay with her parents. Meanwhile, I moved back in. It's not like I had completely moved out, but I needed a few days to think and clear my head. Now, I'm back in our place, alone, but at peace with my decision. A few days later, her mom called me trying to smooth things over. She asked me to rethink my stance and consider giving Abigail another chance. I told her that it's not about rethinking anything. There are some basic, non-negotiable expectations in any partnership, and Abigail wasn't meeting them. It's not unreasonable to ask her to do the dishes she and the kids dirty up during the day, manage the laundry, and keep the house from becoming a disaster zone. Her mother was surprisingly understanding. She said she had no idea that these were the issues, thinking it was something far more complex. She promised to talk to Abigail, but when Abigail called me later, she was furious, accusing me of making her look lazy to her parents. I told her bluntly, if the shoe fits. Now, I've started the process of filing for a legal separation and joint custody of our kids. I want my kids in my life, but I need a balance and respect that I haven't felt in a long time. When Abigail realized I was serious, her first question wasn't about the kids, it was about child support. I reminded her that with joint custody, there's no child support involved. She seemed genuinely shocked, like she hadn't even considered that I wouldn't just keep funding her life. At this point, I'm ready to move on. I'll always care for Abigail as the mother of my children, but I can't keep sacrificing my mental health, happiness, and financial stability because she refuses to do her part. I've worked hard to provide, and all I asked in return was for her to show some effort at home. If she's unwilling to meet me halfway, then this separation is what's best for everyone involved. I know the road ahead won't be easy, but I'd rather walk it alone than keep dragging the dead weight of an unbalanced partnership. I hope Abigail figures things out, but I can't be the one to fix her mess anymore. It's time for both of us to take responsibility for our own lives.